And wisdom is the reaching to the real depths. So because of lack of some depths of knowledge, some people consider, and we can say because of their biased, limited and narrow attitude, the narrow concept of Islam, they think as if Tasawwuf is a bid'ah, is an innovation. That's wrong, totally wrong. Some people think that as if this was an external philosophy introduced to Islam, inculcated in Islam, and this was borrowed either through Christianity or through Hinduism. This is again totally wrong. Christianity had its own concept of spiritualism, and that was known as Rahbaniyya. It had its own. If you start, the basic point I tell you, if you start tracing the roots of spiritualism in various cultures and religions, those who are prior to Islam in history, and you find the traces of spiritualism in there, and then you say that since those cultures and religions and philosophies were prior to Islam, so many thousand years before the promulgation of Islam and raising of Prophet of Islam and revelation of Holy Quran, these cultures, philosophies, ideologies, civilizations and religions were prior to Islam in history. And you find the traces of spiritualism or modes of spiritualism or full-fledged concepts of discussions and teachings of spiritualism like in Buddha, like in Mahavir Samani, like in the books of Hindu philosophy and Hindu theology, in their Veds, in their Upanishads, and in Christian books, and even in Judaism, and in Zoroaster, even in Confucius teachings. And then you start saying that you see, here is Tasawwuf in these religions and philosophies and cultures and ideologies. So the Muslim Sufiya took Tasawwuf from Christianity. Muslim Sufiya took Tasawwuf from Hinduism. They took Tasawwuf from Buddha. They took Tasawwuf from this philosophy. They took Tasawwuf from this ideology. This is totally nonsense. If you say this, then you will find the human values also present in those ideologies. So we have taken the human values also from Hinduism, also from Buddhism. The human values and morality, the morality was also in the Greek philosophy. They were the first, the Greek philosophers were the first people who wrote on morality. So have Islam and the Muslim thinkers, have they taken the morality from the Greek philosophy? Have they taken morality from the Christian philosophy? Have they taken democracy from the Greek states? Have they taken? So you can trace anything in any religion. Because basically, most of the religions were based on the divine revelation. Even Hinduism, which is not a revealed religion, who knows that what were the origins of that philosophy, and they were changed and altered and amended afterwards. Because Hinduism comes from prehistoric period. And no person till today is aware of the name of the authors of the original books. The Hindu people are not aware of the names of authors, though authors are unknown to Hindus. Authors of Veda, their 4 religious books, Veds, Rig-Veda, Atharva-Veda, Yajur-Veda and Sam-Veda. These are the 4 basic books of Hindu religion. Nobody till today knows the name of author of Rig-Veda. Nobody knows the name of author of Sam-Veda. Nobody on this earth knows the name of Yajur, author of Yajur-Veda. Veda, nobody knows. Then they have their own Hindu philosophy. These books are known as Upanishads. People don't know the name of the authors of Upanishads. Ramayana and Mahabharata. Nobody knows the name of the author and compiler of Ramayana and Mahabharata. They are just aware of the stories which are mentioned in these books, Ramayana and Mahabharata. They just name Ramchandra and Ramchandra and Krishna Maharaj. Nobody correctly with historical facts is aware of the exact details of their life. And not only who they were. Where did they come from? So the basic thing is just to us, Quran says, there is no group of people on this earth, but we send some messenger to them. Every group of people, every community of human beings, every part of the world, messengers and mursals were sent to them with divine revelation, with divine guidance, with divine messages. And in this way, the divine messages were spread all over the world. Right from east to west, on all of the globe of this earth, everywhere, the divine light was spread. Everywhere, the divine message, the divine instruction, the divine teaching was spread all over the world. Some communities and religions know their origins and their compilers and authors of their book, and some people don't. That's why if this spirituality is traced in various cultures and in various philosophies and in various religions, it doesn't mean that we have taken the thing from them. Everybody has taken the thing from God. Every religion has taken something from the messengers. Every philosophy originally, directly or indirectly, has informed all these good virtues and values and teachings from the messengers, from the prophets, directly or indirectly, and every religion primarily got the basic guidance from Almighty Allah, which was revealed through His messengers on the earth, and then it was spread all over the world. The basic concept, no part of the world and no group, community of the human beings was left unaddressed and unattended. So this is no argument, no evidence. You can find anything in anywhere. Hinduism has its own concept of spiritualism. And they say it's yoga and yoga. For example, they have their concept of Rabbul Arbab. So what would we say? We have got the concept from them. To them, the Lord of the universe is known as Brahma. Then is Shiva. Then is Vishnu. They believe in three baskets. Hindu, the Christians believe in Trinity. What do we say? The Christians have taken the philosophy of Hindus. They believe in Trinity. Three. They have the concept of three gods. 3 in 1 and 1 in 3. Brahma, Shiva and Vishnu. And Christians believe in Trinity. So what would we say? They are taken from them or they are taken from them? So this kind of evidence and argument is no reasonable thing. Every religion has its own roots, its own history, its own perception, its own teachings, its own way of developing the things. Tasawwuf in Islam is totally derived from Quran and Sunnah. In the same way as tafsir, hadith, fiqh, morality in each and every Islamic science of Sharia was derived from Quran and Sunnah. It emerged out of the Quranic revelation and the Sunnah of Holy Prophet and the practice of the companions. The difference was only this, that each and everything was given in Holy Quran and through the Sunnah of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Those who started interpreting the Holy Quran as a whole, they were known as Mufassir, the authorities of Tafsir, the Mufassirin, those who specialized in interpreting the Holy Quran, in the commentary of Holy Quran, in explanation of the Holy Quran. So they began to be known as A'immatul Tafsir. And this subject was known as Tafsir. So this became an exegetical science of Quran. Those great authorities of Islam in the early centuries, those who specialized in the laws and commandments given in Holy Quran and Sunnah of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, about halal and haram, and about fard, and about wajib, and about sunnah, and about mustahab, and about makruh, and about mubah and jaiz, and the details of the laws, legal science, about salat, and about fasting, and about hajj. So those who specialized in the laws of Quran and Sunnah, they were known as fuqaha. So there was a law in the Jewish Sharia, there was law in Torah, and there were books of law within Jews. So would we say that we have got Sharia from Jews? Can somebody say? No. They had their own Sharia. لِكُلِّنْ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا. It is Quran. We have made a Sharia for every group of people, and minhaj for every group of people. And this is where we derive the word minhajul Quran. Quran says, لِكُلِّنْ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا. Minhaj. So Allah says that we gave Sharia and Minhaj to everyone. They had their own Sharia and they had their own Minhaj, the path. So those Muslim Islamic authorities in the early century who specialized in compiling, interpreting, classifying and categorizing the laws of Islam from Quran and Sunnah, those who collected the verses of Holy Quran containing the material of law, they were known as fuqaha, the jurists. And those who specialized in collecting and compiling the traditions of Holy Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, his Sunnah and his Hadith, those who traveled all over the world, long distances to collect ahadith, the traditions of Holy Prophet. And then they compiled the ahadith of Holy Prophet in their books. And then they classified the ahadith. Then they categorized them. And they prepared the books. So those who got specialized on the subject of hadith, on the Sunnah of Holy Prophet, they were known as muhaddiseen, a'immatul hadith. One group was known as a'immatul tafsir, because they took the subject of interpreting the Quran as a whole. Some were known as A'immatul Hadith, those who took the subject of compiling the traditions of Holy Prophet. Those who took the subject and responsibility of compiling and classifying the subject of the law from Quran and Sunnah, they were known as A'immatul Fiqh. And in the same way, at the same time, when the great authorities of Islam were traveling all over the world to receive the traditions of Holy Prophet from various individuals through the chain of authority, and they were busy in collecting the ahadith, and they were busy in compiling them in the books and volumes. And they were busy in classifying and categorizing them on the basis of the level of their authority. So they were developing the subject of hadith. At the same time, when the great authorities of Islam were busy in collecting the laws and commandments of Quran and Sunnah, and they were compiling them in the form of books, and they they were being regarded as the A'immatul Fiqh. Even before them, there were some great authorities of Islam, the torch bearers of Islam, the great reliable leaders of Islam. At the same time, in the same age, they were living together. They were friends. They were helping one another. They had an academic interaction. They were giving the knowledge to one and receiving from other. At the same time, in the same age, there were some authorities who collected the verses of Holy Quran and traditions of the Sunnah of Holy Prophet from Sunnah and combined them, and they specialized on the subject of purification in heart, purification in soul. The fuqaha, they were collecting the law so that you may be able to pray correctly. And there were some people at the same time, those who were collecting the material from Quran and Sunnah, the verses and traditions, and compiling in the form of what? In the form of a science. And they were dealing with the subject of tazkiyah. They were dealing with the subject of ihsan. The scholars, other scholars, they were trying to provide you the law so that you may perform the deeds, so that you may perform the Islamic deeds. And there were some authorities who were busy in providing you the guidance so that you may beautify those deeds. They were busy in the formation of the substance, outer form of the deeds. And there were some authorities who were busy in beautifying the inner aspect of the deeds. And they were collecting the laws of Quran and Sunnah on sincerity. They were collecting the laws of Quran and Sunnah on love with Allah. They were collecting the laws of Quran and Sunnah on the subject of wariness, on the subject of humbleness, on the subject of humility, on the subject of sincerity, on the subject of purity, on the subject of morality, on the subject of the love with Allah, on the subject of company, on the subject of nearness to Almighty Allah, on the subject of fear of Allah, on the subject of hope and desire for Allah. They were busy in building the bodies of Islamic deeds, spiritual deeds, and they were busy in beautifying the inner to provide the beauty in the inner self of the deeds of salah and fasting and daleen. They were busy into collecting the law to how a man will get connected with Almighty Allah and how his connection will become sincere. How a man can be sincere to Allah. How a man can be sincere in praying. How a man can be sincere in fasting. How a man can be sincere in his behavior. Behavior with what? His behavior with faith. There were some authorities who were trying to beautify the faith, who were busy to collect the material from Quran and Sunnah so that the beauty be given to the deed. The beauty be given to the faith, the beauty be given to the Sharia acts, then the beauty be given to the heart, beauty should be given to the intellect, the beauty should be given to the mind, a beauty should be given to the soul, the beauty should be given to the secret of your personality, the beauty should be given to the inner self of the secret, the beauty should be given to your moral conduct, a beauty should be given to your behavior with human beings. The beauty should be given to your behavior with God. Beauty should be given to your behavior with Allah. So that because of this beautiful acts, what does ihsan mean? Ihsan means to beautify the act, to perform beautiful acts. This is the meaning of ihsan. You understand the point? Iman is from peace. and submission. Islam is from sin, security, and obedience. Security through obedience. And ihsan is from husn, that is beauty, excellence in the form of benevolence. Iman gives you the faith, Islam gives you the practice and deeds, and ihsan beautifies the faith and deeds, gives you the beauty, gives you the excellence, gives you the benevolence. So beautifying the acts and faith and deeds. So there were some people busy in doing this collecting the material of Quran and Sunnah. In the same age, they were given the name of A'immatul Tasawwuf. This is the same time and same age. Some of the companions were specialized in tafsir and their companions. So at the time when Imam Bukhari was compiling Sahih Bukhari, and Imam Muslim compiled Sahih Muslim, and Imam Tirmidhi compiled Sahih Tirmidhi, and Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal compiled his Musnad, and then Imam Azam Abu Hanifa before them, he compiled Islamic laws and provided you the base of Al-Fiqh-Ul-Islami, the first compiled fiqh of Sharia of Islam. And then Imam Malik compiled the laws of Islam and provided you al-fiqh, you know as al-fiqh al-Maliki. Then Imam Shafi'i compiled the laws of Islam. And you became aware of al-fiqh al-Shafi'i. Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal compiled the fiqh, the law of Islam, the Sharia, commandments, law. So it became al-fiqh al-Amri. So at the same time when Imam Azam and Imam Malik were busy to do it, and Imam Ahmad bin Hanbal were busy to compile the Sharia, they did before Imam Bukhari and Muslim and Imam Tirmidhi. They came afterwards. They were prior to them. At the same time, there were great Imams, I will name now, just later we are coming to that. At the same time, the subject of Tasawwuf was compiled by the same Imams and scholars. So how can we consider that this is Bid'ah? This was compiled before Hadith. So if this is Bid'ah, so one can say that Hadith is also Bid'ah. And Tasawwuf was taken from Hadith. Tasawwuf was taken from Quran. In the same way as Al-Fiqh was taken from Quran and Al-Fiqh was taken from Hadith. Why? Because they were performing a specific duty, and that was the duty of Safa, purification of the people. Safa, this is the root word of Tasawwuf, one. Then there is another root word of Tasawwuf, that is As-Safn. Safa means purification. And As-Safn. As-Safn. So this is the second known to be the second root cause of the word Tasawwuf. Some scholars say that word Tasawwuf has been derived from As-Safn. If it is there, As-Safn means love and friendship. Love of Allah and friendship with Allah. This is the meaning of Tasawwuf. And if we accept this version that Tasawwuf is derived from the word As-Safa, As-Safa means purification. So then it means the one who purifies his heart from the lusts, he is Sufi. And the science of purification is Tasawwuf. If we take the second version, that Tasawwuf is from As-Safn, it means love and friendship. Then it means the one who falls in love with Almighty Allah. The one who falls in love with Almighty Allah, and the one who becomes friend of Almighty Allah, he is known to be Sufi. And science of loving Allah and science of becoming friend of Allah, this is known as Tasawwuf. Third very important thing, some of the scholars say that this is derived from the word suf. Suf. Suf means woolen dress. So those people who established their sincere and intense spiritual commitment in their lives, who developed their sincere and intense spiritual commitment with purification, with friendship with Allah and His worship, sincerity in His worship, purification in His worship. So some of them used to wear the woolen dress because this was the sunnah of Holy Prophet. This was the sunnah of many prophets. Sunnah of Sayyidina Musa alayhi salam, sunnah of Sayyidina Isa alayhi salam, and many other prophets, and many of the companions. And Holy Prophet praised this woolen dress. Some people, because of this link, they started wearing this dress. And people say, those who were wearing this dress, along with those spiritual characteristics, they were known to be Sufis, and their subject was known as Tasawwuf. I'm giving you various versions. The fourth is, again, As-Suf. Its meaning of As-Suf, again its meaning, one meaning, is to concentrate on, to be very attentive and concentrated on one thing. If you become extremely attentive and concentrative on one thing, you just concentrate on one thing instead of just taking your mind here and there. You just make your mind, your thinking, your mental inclination exclusive towards one direction. If you make your thinking, your mind, your heart, your wish, your inclination exclusive towards only one direction, and that is direction of Allah. So this exclusive direction is known as Suf. And Tasawwuf means the one who becomes free of frustrated thinking, and he concentrates only on one direction, and that is the prayer of Allah. The one who becomes attentive to Allah in his worship, in his love, in his preferences. Attentive. He is Sufi. Again, the fifth version is, some scholars say that this word Tasawwuf has been derived from Sufa. And you know there were companions of Sufa, and they used to live in company of Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to get spiritual training. Ashab Sufa. And some say this is in relation of Ashab Sufa that they started saying themselves Sufi. And following the way of Ashab Sufa was known to be the subject of Tasawwuf. Sixth version is As-Saf. Saf. You know, Saf means line. Who stood in the first Saf of the relationship and friendship of Almighty Allah. The first Saf of the relationship and friendship and servanthood of Almighty Allah. So because of standing in the first saf for Allah, they were known as Sufi, and their way of life was known as Tasawwuf. So these are various versions. And just finishing this aspect of its literal meaning, I will quote Huzur Sayyidina Ghawsul Azam Shaykh Abdul-Qadir Jilani's view. And you can get all these detailed references from my book, Haqiqatus Tasawwuf. All these details which I have mentioned are mentioned by Imam Qushayri in his book Ar-Risala, and Imam Abu Nasr As-Siraj in his book Kitab Al-Lum'a. Al-Lum'a. And the Tajallubaksh Ali Al-Hujwayni writes in his book Kashful Mahjoob. Kashful Mahjoob. And again this Imam in Sharh Al-Ta'arruf, Imam Abu Bakr Al-Kalabadi, Sharh Al-Ta'arruf, a great book on the doctrine of Tasawwuf. And in many other books you can find. I have quoted Risala Qushayriya, I have quoted Kitab Al-Lum'a for reference. And I have quoted Kashful Mahjoob, and I have quoted Awariful Ma'arif, yes, by Shaykh Suhrawardi. Awariful Ma'arif, Shaykh Suhrawardi. I have given you some name of the famous books. There are many other books which I already discussed this subject. So, coming to the Sayyidina Shaykh Abdul-Qadir Jilani, who is Ghawsul Azam's view about Tasawwuf. He says the word Tasawwuf constitutes of 4 letters. He says Tasawwuf constitutes of 4 letters. And in fact Tasawwuf constitutes of 4 meanings.